A local doctor was among those asked to be with Michelle Obama today in Richmond, Virginia, as she announced a new program to help the troops coming home from the Middle East wars.
And Dr. Paul Harch joined the First Lady to talk about how medical schools can do research and train new doctors to better care for veterans' needs, especially those with brain injuries. Medical reporter Meg Ferris has more.
And women coping with
the White House is recognizing the importance of brain research, like what's being done right here in New Orleans, as beneficial to the health of the men and women who fought in Iraq and Afghanistan.
The mental health challenges that so many of our troops face once they return home.
For 20 years now, Medical Watch has been following the research of two LSU health sciences doctors, Dr. Paul Harch and Dr. Keith Van Meter. They've worked on projects to help patients with brain injury heal through hyperbaric oxygen treatments. They've treated near-drowning victims, like this man who spent nearly a half hour at the bottom of the Mississippi River and has no brain damage, and the many others with strokes, traumatic brain injury, and some mental disabilities and brain defects from birth. A few years ago, the doctors began studies on veterans coming home from the Middle East, those who had post-traumatic stress disorder from war, and those whose brains were injured from explosions. They testified in front of the House Armed Services Committee and reported to the Department of Justice on their oxygen treatment studies for injured soldiers. Young Marine Jake Mathers was in the study when he came home with brain damage and PTSD.
You know, you forget where you put your cell phone like 10 times a day. You can't find your car keys, you know. You can't really do anything productive without, you know, screwing it up a couple times. After the oxygen treatments, his health changed. My sleep is better. I'm sleeping longer. I'm not dreaming about mean and angry things constantly. My memory, I don't even have a memory problem anymore. I don't have headaches at all anymore. The study was recently published in the Journal of Neurotrauma. The doctors found that treatment with hyperbaric oxygen nearly 3 years after injury significantly improved function and quality of life for veterans with traumatic brain injury, post-traumatic stress disorder, post-concussion syndrome, and depression. Now today, as part of First Lady Michelle Obama's Joining Forces initiative, LSU Health Sciences Center doctors, along with other medical schools, are committed to creating a new generation of doctors, medical schools, and research labs that will make sure veterans have the best treatment for their specific health needs, including PTSD and traumatic brain injury. Meg Ferris, Eyewitness News, Medical Watch.
Tulane University School of Medicine is also part of the Joining Forces initiative to help veterans and their families.